Okay, the next thing is multiplication and division in the polar form. How do you multiply and divide in the polar form? It's a lot easier than multiplying in the Cartesian or rectangular form. Now, let's imagine we got a number. Let me click here and generate a new one. Let's say we got a complex number in polar form, r angle theta 1. So let's say my complex number 1 is r angle theta 1. This is my z1 is r1 angle theta 1. Yeah, let's imagine my z1. Now my z2, which is another complex number, is given by r2 angle theta 2. The question is multiply them together. The question is find z1 z2. So there's a dot in the middle, which means multiply. Even if it's not dot, it's multiply. So the way it works is like this. You just write it down, r1 angle theta 1 multiply r2 angle theta 2. Now for the multiplication, you multiply the argument r1 and r2. So it's r1 dot r2 angle, and you add the angle theta 1 plus theta 2. So that's a simple way, a very easy way to multiply in a polar form. Now imagine there is an example where the z1 is given by 5 angle 30 and z2 is given by 8 angle 10 degrees. So I want to find z1 z2 according to the rule, and that's what you need to find out. So if you want to find this one out, excuse me, simple, very simple. You multiply these two together, so you do 5 times 8 angle. Now that dot is a time, not a decimal. Yeah, time, and you add that one, 30 plus 10. So the answer is going to be 40 angle 40. Yeah, because 3 plus 10 is 40 and 8 times 5 is 40. This is a time, by the way. Yeah? If I just put a cross. Okay, the next one is, let's say if you want to divide in polar form. Again, it is a lot easier than multiplying or dividing in the Cartesian form. Let's imagine we got a z1 r1 angle theta 1, and then we got z2, which is r2 angle theta 2, and we were supposed to find z1 divide z2. So first thing you do is you just write it down as it is. z1 is r1 angle theta 1 on the top, z2 r2 angle theta 2 at the bottom. Yeah. So when you do that one, this is what you're supposed to do. You divide the r1 and r2 angle, and you take away the angle theta 1 minus theta 2. So this is how we actually divide in the polar form, which is a lot easier. let's say we got example here. I got Z1 is 10 angle 30 degree. Z2 is 5 angle 100 degree. Let's put 100 degree. And I want to find Z1 over Z2. When I do Z1 over Z2, I'm just going to divide that one, 10 over 5 angle, and take away this one, 30 minus 100. So that will be 2 angle negative 70 degree. Now I got negative. If I got positive, it's okay, but now I got negative. Now if you look at the Cartesian, the negative 70 is going to be somewhere here. This angle is negative 70. Yeah, because when we measure the angle anti-clockwise, that's how we find the negative. But we don't want this angle at all. The angle I want is this, from clockwise. This is how we measure the angle. This red angle I need, and I know the total angle is 360, so I'm just going to do 360 minus 70. That will give me 290 degree. So I can write this one as a positive angle as 2 angle 290 degree, and that will be the answer. Okay, what I like you to do next is I like you to actually go through these questions. That's Z1. Then I got the Z2, 8 angle 100, Z3, and a Z4. So I like you to go through these questions, find the multiplication, Z1, Z2 in the polar form, Z2, Z3, Z3, Z4, and also the division, Z1, Z2, Z2 over Z4, Z4 over Z1. All the answers, I want you to write the answers as a positive angle. Yeah. So R angle theta, where theta has to be a positive value. Positive value. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I just realized on the top it says convert polar to Cartesian. Don't worry about that one. It's multiplication question, not converting polar to Cartesian. Okay, now how do we convert from a polar to a Cartesian? So let's say I got this one, R angle theta, and I want to convert that into A plus BI form. So how do I do that one? It's a lot easier than converting from the Cartesian to polar. Now imagine the angle is in degrees. So what we do is, if I add another page here, actually I don't need to. I can do this one here, 200%. Okay. So imagine we got on a graph. It's better to plot on a graph so you can understand it better. So imagine this is the R and this is an angle theta. So we are looking for, we know the imaginary axis is here. We know the real axis is here. Yeah. So that's the real axis and that's the imaginary axis. Yeah. Okay. To find this one, the imaginary axis, we do the SOHCAHTOA. So that is going to be the R sine theta. That will give you the value for the B. So the B is equal to R sine theta. You have the value for the R, you have the value for the theta. It's good to put the theta in the bracket. To find the A, which is this, this one, horizontal component, it is R cos theta. So A equals to R cos theta. It's good to put brackets. Now, if I give you example, let's do one example. Now, let's say we got a value, 3 angle 50 degree, and I want to convert that into A plus BI. So first I want to find the real component. Okay, so I need to find the A. A is equal to R angle, R cos theta, because we know that one, and the A is this one, and we know the R is this one is R. Oops, sorry, different color, red. R is that, and the theta is that. So I can just put the value. Let's put the value. Let's keep the black color. 3 multiply by, you don't need to put multiply, just to cos 50. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode, and that will give you the answer. Round it off to 2 decimal places, 1.93. Now I want to find the B. The B is R sine theta. Now R is, I know 3, sine is a sine, and theta is 50 degree. So I put that in calculator, and that will give me a value. Got B as 2.298. So that will be 2 decimal places, 2.30. Now I need to write in this form. So then I'm going to say that 3 angle 50 is actually equal to 1.93 plus 2.30, but I need to put an I there because the I represent the complex, and that's your answer to convert the polar into the Cartesian. Now there are some example questions. I like you to do these example questions, which are in the previous one. So these ones, I want you to convert these ones, all these, try these ones and convert into the Cartesian form. Also, sorry, I'm just going to skip that one. Also, the solutions are here. So 7 angle minus 30, it's there. So first, the best thing is to find out which quadrant it is, so it make your life a lot easier. So that's a different thing. Okay.